Wintertime, dry skin. Oh my God. What do? We have to do something that's going to help our skin to not be dry and itchy and all winter long, and it makes us crazy. So what do we do in our house? Well, normally we put on lotion, right? So we got lotions of different kinds we put on, makes our skin hydrated, put it on every day, makes it so we're gonna be not so itchy and crazy. But what can we do then for the house? We can get a humidifier. And this is tools with tools, right? But I figure a humidifier is really a tool for the house. You can put a humidifier on your furnace and it will actually then fill the house with humidity and put water into the air. But I have a small one that we can put in there because typically we're not here all day. We're gone at work and such. And we want to make sure that then we can go ahead and do it more in our upstairs area or in our bedroom area. And that's where we're really going to be spending most of our time. So this is what I go ahead and do is I use a humidifier that is actually an appliance that you plug into the wall and then it then distributes the water throughout the house. Makes it easier. So that, a tool for the house. So this is the one that I recommend. This is one we use. And you can use any of these actually. There's quite a few, as you can tell. They have a lot of humidifiers. But I like this one because it is actually very good for what size room we have in our upstairs. Also, this is the replacement filter for it. So this is a critical piece. And you have to replace these probably every 3 to 4 weeks. But these are from Menards. You can get them in other stores too, but these are the ones that I like. Here's our air care humidifier. It's very simple to work. The water goes in here, filter is in here. This actually is the on and off switch for it. So that actually, when the top is on it, then that is when it's going to be able to be on. So it's a safety switch, so when you pull this off, it does not continue to run. Otherwise, that fan right here would possibly hurt you. So here are the buttons on it. There's a one touch button for on off, and then there are 3 fan speeds, and then here is the humidifier control. So we will go ahead and put this back on so you can see how it actually starts. And you press it once, and then you can turn it to fan 1, fan 2, or fan 3, and then you can go ahead and set your humidity control. I like to keep it on high because then it's a 65% humidity is what the high default is for, and the low default then you can run it down to 25% humidity. So I like to keep it high. It's just in the wintertime, it does get very, very dry in the house. Okay, just a quick reminder, like us, subscribe to us, because the more we get, the better off the channel is. So let's go ahead and press that button, like and subscribe. The maintenance on this humidifier is pretty simple. There's number one, you need to make sure that there's water in it every day, or at least up to the fill line each day. And on top of that, you need to make sure that you change out your filter. So when you change out your filter, and we actually look at this from inside, as you see, there's the filter that's right here, and changing it is actually pretty simple. So what I find is that I will get a bucket, and here's the bucket. I'll pull it out and then let as much water as it, because there's going to be a little bit of water left in the bottom after it's been running. And then I'm going to set it inside the bucket, okay? So as soon as I've got that, I'm going to be able to take it to the sink and be able to replace the filter that's actually inside there. Now the filter's by the sink, so I won't get water everywhere. So what I do is then I will go ahead and pull it out. And when you take the filter out, you actually undo these sides here. You'll see there's actually those. And they then pop out, and this filter then comes out. So here then is the new filter. And as you can see how dirty it can get. And this is actually fairly clean. But so then you pull this off, you set this down inside, and at that point then you have the fresh filter, and then it's all brand new. This is the filter that we use for the replacement for the air care evaporative system. And it makes it very, very simple. So you actually keep this plastic piece, but you just replace the filter piece. So now that we have the filter swapped out, we just have to go ahead and take it and set it back in. And there's little grooves here on the side, and they actually slide right into those grooves, which makes it really simple. And then it's really nice and tight in there. At that point then, you can put the top back on. And then the next thing we do is we will fill it with water. Now that I have the bucket filled up, I will go ahead and take it to the humidifier. Back to the humidifier. So if we look here, and let's take a look down inside here. We would fill it up actually on this top. As you can see here, it says fill here. And if you look down inside, there's actually, it says maximum fill. So you fill it up to that line down there, and then you are set for the day. And then I have to do this on a daily basis because we have to make sure that there's plenty of moisture in the air so we don't get so dry during the winter. At this point, we will add the water. And don't spill it everywhere like I just did. And there we go. Now we can turn it back on. And here's actually the on-off switch. So you turn it on here. And at this point then, it has a clean filter. And then we'll put it at the fan setting that we want. I like it on high. And then we put the moisture level that we want to be able to saturate, the percentage. I usually keep it at 65%. That's just a personal setting. You can set it lower, but you can tell then the lower you set it, then it's actually going to shut itself on and off automatically. But if you put it at the highest setting, it's going to run all the time. Thanks for joining. Remember, Tools with Tools. Our website, www.tools, T-O-O-L-Z, with, W-I-T-H, tools, Tools.com. Hey, just put a message out there for us because you can go ahead and actually have your own video made. But just send us a message and we will go ahead and put it together for you and we'll let you know. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you later.